Next one. Hey guys, I've been in local SEO for a while, but wanting to get some larger link building projects on board. How would you go from doing local SEO campaigns for a couple of hundred a month to getting to a point of 2,000 to 3,000 per month for ongoing link building and move on to the next level? I mean, I'm not sure I understand. Are you just doing link building or are you doing local SEO, like full on local SEO? Because there's a big difference. Link building is just off page, but like, you know, a full SEO plan is on page, it's content, it's links, it's all of the above, right? So it, like, I'm just not sure I understand what it is that you're doing, because you say you want larger link building projects on board, but are you doing local SEO, or are you just doing link building, or what? And I'm not 100% sure. So there's a few ways that you can increase revenue, right? If all you're doing is link building, start doing more holistic approach to SEO. Start offering content services, on-page optimization, building branded assets, right? So supporting assets, press releases, reputation reviews, right? Reputation building. You could do reputation marketing, which is, David Sprague kind of coined that term, but once, you can help people to build their reputation, but then you can also market their reputation, which again, press releases are great for that. You can do YouTube stuff. You can do ads, right? I know we're talking about SEO, but I use ads for SEO as well, right? I use ads to generate leads, but also for branding campaigns, but I also use ads for SEO, because traffic from Google ads it's traffic. It's an engagement signal. You're purchasing engagement signals directly from Google. So there's like a number of things that you can do to broaden your kind of service menu, right? Then you can start to charge higher prices because you're providing more services. So that's number one. Another way you could do it is if you're only focusing on one service, which makes sense. I've talked about before, focusing in on one service and getting really, really good at that until you've monetized it and either automated or systematized it, and then delegate. So if you automate it, you don't need to delegate it. But if you need personnel, if humans need to be involved, then you systematize it and delegate it. So what I'm saying is, if you want to focus in on one service, which I recommend until you get really good at that, and then figure out a way to automate it or systematize and delegate so that you don't have to do it anymore, and then you can focus on the next service. But if you understand all of these things, if you're already proficient in a lot of various, which most of us are, right? Most of us in the SEO business are really good at a lot of different things, right? SEO, content, ads, all kinds of stuff. So if you're good at other things, then you can offer more than just one service, which seems like link building from your question, but I don't know that that's what you meant. Another thing you could do is go with larger clients. So bigger, companies that are a bit bigger. Personally, I'm in a tree service industry for my agency, and I prefer that. My retainers are about 33%. My average monthly retainer is about 33% less than the average monthly retainer for local SEO agencies or local SEO clients, right? The average is about $1,500 a month. Mine is $1,000, because I deal with tree service contractors, which are typically like 90-10, right? 90% of the time, the tree service contracting companies that I deal with are small organizations or small operations, usually one crew. They're like mom and pop type organizations. So I deal with lower retainer clients. There are clients that are willing to pay $3,000 a month, but they're a lot less frequent than those that I can get for $1,000 a month. Does that make sense? So, but what I'm saying is, perhaps like if I wanted to, I could start targeting larger organizations. I might want to go out to a different industry at that point, but I could target bigger companies that then charge higher prices, that have multiple locations, for example, like multiple Google business profiles. Another thing you could do would be to, find an industry that just pays higher. Problem with that is, it's usually the reason they pay higher is because it's more competitive. For example, personal injury attorneys or any sort of attorney for that matter, but especially personal injury attorneys. Like, it's not uncommon to get $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month for SEO for one client. I'm not kidding. That's not uncommon at all, but it takes so much of that budget to get them results because it's so competitive, and to me, I prefer making it up. I like tree service industry. It's not uber competitive. I deal with lower retainer, monthly retainers than the average, but I can make it up in volume. And also I do lead gen, right? So I sell leads and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a number of things you can do. You can scale services, so ad services. You can go with bigger clients. You can go with clients that have multiple locations as opposed to one location. Number of things you can do. Sounds like you'd be a good candidate for our mastermind as well.